All right, this video has been like forever in the making, I feel like, because so many of my favorite things are happening right here, AKA a charcuterie board. That's right. All of you guys are always asking like, okay, how do we do things on a budget? How do we do things more inexpensively? Well, I brought in the master, like the godmother of charcuterie boards, I feel like. Courtney from Cheese Gal. And if you've not checked out her Instagram, go to it right now, because it is just, it's beautiful. It's everything that I like am not when it comes to food. Like,
after today, you will be.
I can't wait.
I've got you.
Because listen, okay, charcuterie board. For those of you that don't know, you may be like, what the heck are you saying? Charcuterie board is, I'm gonna give my definition and then you go, because you're like the expert of it. It's basically like the best cheeses and crackers and jams and spreads and meats you could ever imagine all on one plate. Okay,
it's right on the money.
How would you explain charcuterie?
That's perfect. So, you're right on the money. It's exactly everything that you just said. It's cheese, it's technically charcuterie meat. So anytime that the charcuterie is on there, but it's all the same. Everyone knows that when you say charcuterie board, this is what you're referring to. It's all the good stuff. It's the fruit and the nuts and the jam and the olives and the cheese.
It's like the
best things in life.
It's like one of the best appetizers. Yeah. So like when we go to restaurants, it's my favorite appetizer to get. And Winston's too. Like we genuinely love it. But they're always really expensive. But you can show us how to make one at home.
Yes.
Very inexpensively.
On a budget.
Okay, Courtney.
We've got it.
Can't wait.
Without having to skimp on quality.
Yes.
Which is the best part.
That's the best part. Okay, so where do we start? What do you do?
Well, we're gonna start with some cheese, and then we're gonna make the board. I'm gonna kind of show you how we layer everything, because cheese boards, when they look so elaborate, they can be intimidating.
Yes, that's what I always find. I see them on Pinterest, or I see like, or I'll go over, I have one friend, and she's like, she's like one of those people that she just makes everything beautiful.
She just does it, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my, so I always text her, I'm like, okay, what do you do? Because I put mine together and it just looks like a big plate of who knows what it's just nothing. So
I've got you.
It's so key. So making it beautiful.
We're gonna break it down into steps. We're gonna layer it. I'm gonna show you kind of my process, and you can, turn it into your own thing.
Steal it all and do
there
it.
you go, yeah. So the first thing that I kind of want to talk about is you mentioned how cheese boards at like restaurants are very expensive.
Yes.
That's because normally the product is so expensive to begin with.
Okay.
It just depends what specific kind of cheese that you're picking, because we can pick easy to find, inexpensive cheeses and maybe splurge on one.
Yes.
But you can find things that are delicious, like aged cheddar, which is what we have right here. So easy to find, and it's complex in flavor, and everybody likes it. That is my #1 crowd pleaser.
Okay, that's good
Always
to know.
a good aged cheddar. We've got some manchego here, which is also delicious, also really easy to eat. It's approachable and affordable.
Okay.
The price point in that, typically you can find some manchego for $6.99, $7.99 a pound.
Okay.
And it's still good.
Perfect.
Now this is my
beauty.
This is my, I dream about her. It's like a triple cream, brie, creamy, delicious, just fabulous.
It's wonderful.
Very excited about her.
Wonderful.
But again, these two are inexpensive, and this one was my splurge item.
Okay,
So
I love
that's the first kind of step.
Okay.
To making an affordable cheese plate. Choose one that you're like, you know what, I'm gonna spend a little bit more on that. And then the other one's not as expensive.
You can go cheaper. Okay. And does it matter, because it's like hard cheeses versus a brie? Like,
I like to mix it up. You
love
can
it.
taste a little bit of everything.
so great. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So the cheeses, check.
Yes. We've got salami.
Salami. Okay.
This is also typically pretty inexpensive depending on where you're buying from. If you're trying to keep this at a budget, think quantity. So even though, let's pretend, like a pack of Genoa is $7.99, you can divvy that up to, make one board now and another board tomorrow.
That's right. That's
so
right.
you're getting,
spread it out.
you
Yes.
spread it out for
yes.
sure.
Okay. And then you always have like a
Delicious
cracker or a
cracker,
bread.
Yes.
Yes.
You
and
need,
this
you need
is
the
what?
vessel. This is a fig and olive. You need a vessel to get the cheese into your mouth, right? These are fig and olive crisp. You want to go more bland so that the focus is more on the cheese and the jam and other accoutrements that you have that kind of you can build, right? Build your own bite.
And then you always have a nut. And so this is...
These are rosemary Marcona almonds. We found these again at a really affordable price at a grocery store. And you can snack on those too without putting them on your board. Again, multi-purpose, right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So almonds are good. What other nuts are good for this kind of thing?
You could do a trail mix if that's what you have in your pantry. You can use anything that you like.
Okay.
Put that on a board and I'll show you how to make it pretty.
Perfect.
That's
and
that.
then your fruit.
Yes. Always shop seasonally for a few reasons. The fruit is gonna taste better if it's in season. They're also gonna be less expensive when they are in their prime, in their season. Yeah.
So go fruits and then your jam.
We've got jam. We have a really yummy fig butter here. Again, super easy to find. You could use strawberry jelly if that's what you have in your fridge.
I always go, you wanna know, Courtney?
Tell me.
What I always do?
Spill.
Like a hot jam.
Ooh,
go-
like a spicy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like a
I like a
spicy-
Chipotle type.
Yes thing. Because I always find them like in the deli section at
Right.
the grocery store. It's where I always find them. And again, they're more expensive than just like
But that's
Welch's
your splurge
grape,
item,
whatever.
right? That could be your splurge
Yes, so
thing.
we always have like a. I
love that.
We do because we like the spice. Okay, all right, let's
Yes.
make it. I can't
Let's
wait.
do it. We're gonna do layer 1 first. That's gonna be the cheese. If you've noticed, I cut up the hard cheese. This is because there's just something so intimidating about seeing a big block of cheddar when you're at a party. In fact, it's probably still going to be there at the end of the gathering or event, whatever it is, because nobody wants to cut into the cheese. So I like to cut the hard cheese to make it more approachable for someone just to grab and actually eat it. And it also makes it more visually appealing and adds texture to our board.
and it makes it easy just to eat all that. Yep.
So we're actually gonna start with that, but we're gonna put our bowls on our platter.
Okay.
You can use any flat surface. You could use a cutting board if you didn't have a cheese board. You could use an actual cheese board. I've seen people use
We use cutting
baking
boards.
sheets. Yeah.
Yes, we
They're
always use cutting
perfect.
boards for it. Yeah.
I also love using dinner plates or a serving platter. I think anything with a little bit of lip
Yes.
kind of helps too, helps keep it all in.
Okay, so it's good.
First thing first, we're putting our bowls on here. We're gonna kind of create everything around this framework.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab our beautiful, I'm so excited for you to try this cheese.
Oh,
We're gonna grab our manchego. And I like to add visual interest to the board. So whether that's fanning a cheese around the like little bowls or something.
Cute. That's
so now we're
fun.
gonna grab some cheddar. And I like to think symmetrically.
Okay.
So if we have this going on this side, then I wanna bring this around to this side.
yeah, that's so,
So
good.
love that. So we've started here.
Okay.
Second thing, I'm about to teach you to make a salami flour. Things I never thought I would say in my lifetime.
gonna die.
Here we are. You're gonna grab any thin, this is why I like using these.
Yes.
Any thin piece of round charcuterie.
Yes.
You fold in half like this
Okay.
and fold in half again. And it creates this really pretty, almost like flour.
Yes.
And when you gather like several of them together,
Okay.
we do this. This is what we get.
Oh, look at that.
See? It's just finding these little tips and tricks on how to
And
elevate
how do
your
you
plate.
do it though? How do you put it down?
So we're gonna make kind of like we're gonna call it a river. We're gonna call this a river. Actually, a friend of mine coined the phrase salami river.
Yes.
After we finish that, we're gonna
Okay.
grab the other kind of salami underneath that and we're gonna do it on this side.
Oh, so
Again,
two
so we're
different
thinking
kind.
in,
Yes.
symmetry. But
See, look at me all creative. I used to say I don't have hobbies or I'm not creative.
Got
This
one
is
now,
changing.
sis.
This is changing
It's
today, Courtney,
changing.
because of you.
It's
cheese
so
gal.
fun. I love it. It's kind of art, It's
Oh,
like food
yes.
art. They say your eyes eat first. So,
Oh, that's fun. That's a great.
and it is true.
My eyes
think
are
about
always
it at
bigger than my
restaurants.
stomach. I always order like 18 plates.
Right.
And I'm like,
Same.
good after.
And then you're like, oops, got too much. Let's do crackers.
Okay.
And we're gonna do something really similar to what we just did with salami.
Okay.
Wherever you feel like a cracker should go.
That felt like the spirit
That-
land
that-
there
I
for me.
felt that.
And it felt
I
good.
felt that.
That was great. That was great.
I love it.
There we
The
go.
nice thing about this is nothing's too precious. Doesn't have to be
Sure,
perfect.
sure.
You can just,
For sure.
We'll tuck a few more maybe over here. The next part, we're gonna add in the fruit.
Okay.
We're just gonna start to make little piles.
Of fruit.
Little piles of fruit. And it's okay to stack things on top. Nothing is too precious.
Okay.
Let's do a few more with our little cherries.
Ooh.
And these, you can just like scatter them.
how cute.
Instead of doing bigger piles, it's more of an
Yeah.
accent.
Just an
A
accent.
cherry accent.
Just a cherry accent.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
just there.
there you
We're
go.
just gonna go there.
That's great. That's where we're feeling led. Okay.
Yes.
Nuts. This is where if there
Now
are
I feel like
any,
there's no room, so I'm getting very
trust
nervous.
me. But this is what's fun about creating the layered look.
Yes.
We're now going to close up any empty gaps.
Any empty gaps?
Any empty gaps that you
Okay.
see, we're just gonna put some
Nuts.
nuts. You can put these along the edges here. Beautiful.
Oh,
So now we've got some fresh thyme and fresh oregano. And I like adding herbs to my plate.
Okay.
This is for me finding ways to elevate your plate. So look at this. We're going to just kind of tuck in and add anywhere you feel like a little
Oh,
pop
wow.
of green.
Oh,
Look
wow.
what it's already doing. See, just little touches that take the plate from pretty to fabulous.
To fabulous.
We're going to fabulous, yes. Yep.
Look at that board. The layered look. Okay, that's what I
Layered.
learned. It's all about the layered. Put the big bowls in first.
Yep.
And then symmetry and layering.
Yes.
And that's it. Anyone
That's it.
can do it.
Yes, anybody can do this.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, and then I do love like all your little utensils too. Okay, there.
Anywhere you want, just
do
like,
this.
well, you can put that in there. Perfect. Yep.
Okay, so Courtney, something like this costs what on average? Probably.
$25 total.
Okay.
So, 4 people or so, we're looking at $6.50, $7.
A person.
person.
Okay, and so if you make this like whether it's for a party or even you could make it for dinner.
You could
because
totally make this
Winston
for
and I,
dinner.
we get in a bad habit though,
Yeah.
like feeding the kids first. And they go off, and then we end up just like
And then
snacking,
you
and
guys
everything is
afterwards,
there.
yeah.
So like, you literally can make this for your dinner, which is so
Yeah.
fun. And then kids can do stuff, right? You get to make like a you talked about this, which I love,
Yes.
like a
So,
kid's charcuterie
a little
board.
kid, yeah, like a toddler charcuterie. We do this with my 2-year-old.
Okay.
I'll like cut up some fruits and veggies and maybe have some dips because kids love to dip anything. And you can have
Ketchup,
them
ranch.
get creative and either they can arrange it themselves or you can do it for them and,
Yes.
But it's a fun little activity to do with your kiddos.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
And a good way to make them eat veggies.
Yes, absolutely. Amazing.
fun.
Thank you. Seriously.
Thank you
it's
for having me.
Fun.
This is
So
so fun.
incredible. And again, check out her Instagram because it's just one of those you just scroll and just kind of doze out. I feel like it's just like it just looks
like
just
therapeutic.
so beautiful. It's so therapeutic.
Cheese.
Cheese Gal at Cheese Gal. And
Thank you.
Okay, wait, do we eat?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do one real quick before we go.
100%.
Okay. Like, do you go jam first, then jelly, then meat? Do you go jam?
I like to do jam on top.
Whoa. Okay.
So I like to do cracker,
cracker,
cheese,
Okay.
jam.
I'm
And
gonna
then I
go.
take a bite, and then I eat some nuts, or maybe I'll eat a berry.
Okay, so good. Okay,
So good.
I went
Okay.
light.
I'm ready.
Light. I feel like, but
I'm so excited. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I know.
It's that dang
this
cheese,
too.
that aged cheddar.
Girl,
Add it to the grocery list.
You have to.
It's
Keep
so
that
fun.
on hand.
Courtney, thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.